Hello everyone and welcome back to our course. In the previous lecture, we learned how we can find relationships between categorical features of our dataset. And in this final lecture, we're going to learn how we can build a couple complex plots. So let's create a new code cell. Just make sure it's at the end of your file here. And we're going to use Seaborn to create what's known as a facet grid. Here I'm going to pass in as an argument my data set, as well as the column that I want to use. All right, so let's choose one of the columns from our features, and I am going to choose a categorical feature. So let me just look for all of our categorical features. Okay, great. And let's choose one of these categorical features, like let's do sale condition. All right, then I'll go back to our facet grid here, and I'm going to pass in sale condition as the argument. All right, so that is going to be our column. Just make sure it is a string. Next up, we're going to then pass in column wrap. Let's do 4. All right, and this result is going to be what's known as a conditional plot. So we can store that as a variable. Then we can map the plot. So we'll take conditional plot and we'll use the map function. We'll map it to a pyplot scatter plot, and we can compare it to other columns. For example, we can compare it to our quality column, which was overall qual. So let's do that. Or we can map it to any other column, so such as overall qual and sale price. All right, and I'm going to run this code cell. And let's see, oh, I believe our data set is actually our data frame. So let me just rename that. Let's see, what did we call this? Okay, great, perfect. All right, so look at this now. We have sale price versus overall quality, sale price versus overall quality, and sale price versus overall quality. And then we have 3 grids because our sale condition is normal, abnormal, and partial. So we have 3 types of sale condition. And now we have 3 different grids. So instead of just plotting sale price versus overall quality and then getting any type of sale condition, we're actually separating the sale condition group into its 3 distinct categories. And then we are drawing 3 grids for every type of sale condition. All right, and that is going to give us even more nuanced insight into our data. Let's build another facet grid that will be a bit larger to show you how nuanced you can actually get with your visualizations. So I'm going to create another conditional plot here, and I'm going to use seaborn.facetGrid to create this type of grid. I'm passing in my data frame, and then the column, let's use year sold this time as our column. For the row, let's use sale condition. And for the hue, we'll use central air. So this hue argument, it's new to us. And this is actually going to color the different data points according to central air. You'll see exactly what that looks like when we run this cell. Then I'm going to grab that conditional plot and use the map function to map it to a scatter plot from pyplot. I'm going to pass in overall quality, this time as my X again, and then as my Y again, we'll do sale price. So we're still going to have the same Y versus X, but you're going to see the difference here. We have now not only a column, but we also have a row and a hue. All right, and I'm also going to add this function add legend so that we will see a legend of the colors of our hue. All right, then let's run this code cell and we will see our results. So we're going to have a much larger matrix of graphs this time. And the hue is going to color the data points according to central air. And that's why we need the add legend function in order to see a legend of what the colors of the hue actually mean. And look, here are our results. All right, so we can see we still have sale price versus overall quality, but this time, instead of 3 different graphs per row, we actually have 5. It's because we have sale condition normal, and we also have year sold now. So this time we're mapping not just our sale condition, but also year sold. Previously, we only mapped to sale condition. This time we're mapping to sale condition and also year sold. So we're getting even more different combinations because now We have to map every type of sale condition to every type of year sold. And note that if you put in columns and rows that have a lot of different categories, then you might not be able to create the grid because it might be too large. So in that case, you can split it up. Because if, let's say your category sale condition, what if it has 20 different types? Well, then you're going to be creating a huge matrix that might actually be a little too big. You'll have to specify the size of the pie plot and even separate it. But look, we can see here, we have every sale condition type matched to every year sold type. And then we still have our same graph for each of the types, which is sale price versus overall quality. And we also have different colors, and we can see this legend here says central air. Blue is for yes, and orange is for no. So central air has two categories. Yes, there is central air, or no, there is not central air. And this time, because we have that hue, this hue argument, central air, means that our data points are going to be colored according to their central air. It doesn't actually affect the distribution of the data setting that hue. It just colors the data according to that hue that you pass in. And just like that, we've built quite a complex conditional plot, and this will give us a lot of insights. Congratulations, everyone. That is our Exploratory Data Analysis Bootcamp. We have a lot more courses on Python, data analysis, data science, data visualization, and machine learning. So I encourage you to take another course to go from there. Congratulations on building out so many plots. You now have a large toolkit and portfolio that you can create because you've created quite a few plots with us in this course. So I definitely congratulate you, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kinds of data science projects you build. Feel free to share with us, and I hope to see you in another course.